Hello everyone, and welcome to another pick a pile on discovering your energetic blocks. So, if you want to just pause the video and pick a number between 1 and 3, I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards from my Sacred Woundings deck. This is Ashley Kester's deck, and from the Reckoning Co. And we are going to go ahead and pick 2 cards for pile number 1. Okay, let's see what comes out for you. Pile number 1. What do you need to work on so you can move forward? First card for you, please, pile 1. Spiritual and social. So this will show up as a feeling of isolation or alienation from others, as if your spiritual path and social life are out of sync. You may struggle to find like-minded people who understand or support your spiritual beliefs, leading to confusion, loneliness, or a sense of not fully belonging in either world. Okay, that's a common one. Let's see what comes out with it. What card have we got to go with it? Mother wound. Okay. So let's make that light less glary. That's a bit better. So the mother wound will show up as a deep longing for nurturing, approval, or unconditional love that may have been absent or inconsistent. It may manifest as people-pleasing, self-doubt, fear of rejection, or difficulty trusting and caring for yourself. So what comes to mind when I see those 2 cards, guys, is perhaps your family don't, or your mother in particular, does not support your belief as a spiritual person, the fact that you've gone on this path, and perhaps you've left a religion that was strong in your family behind, and that is creating a void within you because you're feeling that you no longer can fully connect with your family or even your friends, and you feel like you're a different person. You feel like, I don't really know where I belong anymore. With the mother wound coming out, I feel for a lot of you, this is coming from childhood, where you had felt that you had to be the same, or you had to be agreeable, or you had to say yes in order to receive love. So anything going outside of those boundaries causes you to feel that you're going to have difficulty, that it's not going to be an easy ride for you, and that you have to say yes when you should really be saying no. So what we really need to do with these 2 is to go deep into the reason why you're needing that validation. It's okay, spiritual and social, they can work together beautifully, but it's all about accepting yourself, and it's usually your perceptions of other people and how they're going to react that will create in your mind dissonance with other people. It's not really about the other people, it's about you. I can speak from experience because I've gone through this myself. Coming from an Irish Catholic background, my mother and father, they didn't understand at all why I wanted to go down the spiritual path. It was completely alien to them. I've done something to this now. Get it turned back around again in a minute. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, yes. So what happened was I was looking for validation all the time. I was just wanting to be accepted, because as a child, I was like the good girl, and it was me who always did the right thing. I wasn't a rebel, and my definition of love was being accepted. So I felt like I was actually hurting my parents for a long time by going down this path, and I would go into a lot of blame and a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. And I would go out of my way to prove to them what I was doing and how good it was and all the rest of it. But it was never going to happen because I was seeking validation outside of myself. So that explains exactly to me where that comes in. So it's all about working on that balance and looking at where you felt abandoned and unsupported. So let's pull some more cards on that. If I can get this to... There it is. Get there eventually. Okay, so I think I explained that pretty well. I don't even think I need to pull tarot on that. What I want to do is pull a couple of oracle cards for you. So this one flew out into my hand. This is my Starseed deck, and it is Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? So it's about being clear also on who you want to socialize with. When you're on a spiritual path, not all the time, but sometimes you have to just allow people to move out of your life. If you're feeling in any way that you've outgrown people, it's okay to let them go. The world is full of so many different opportunities and possibilities. So that may be something that you need to look at. It doesn't always need to be the case, and it doesn't need to be an action. So, and a lot of the times the people will just fall away that aren't in alignment with you anymore, and that's okay. And usually someone else will come in to replace them. So let's pull one of these little angel cards for you as well. Pile one and see what comes out for you. This is a Doreen Virtue healing deck, dealing with the angels. Manifestation. So this is going to affect your manifestation, okay? This is going to affect this wound, this mother wound that you may or may not have. It may be a father wound. It doesn't have to be a mother wound. It's just a wound from a caretaker that has caused you to stay in a place of lack and limitation because you're working within those societal norms that have been given to you, and you're just creating more limitations for yourself. So that's why the manifestation card come out for you, because they want you to become aware of that so that you can manifest more when you heal that. So that's very encouraging for you. So let's see what else we've got from the Angel of Atlantis deck and see what angel comes out for you. Pile one. What angel have we got for pile one? Archangel Zaphael, compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. This is also about the root chakra. You can see the red on that card. So when we're feeling like this with the mother wound especially, a lot of the times we don't feel very confident, and we don't feel very secure, and we don't feel as if we've got firm foundations beneath us. So the reason why Archangel Zaphael has come out for you is so that you can move into compassion for yourself and recognize why you have these wounds, so that you won't go into blame or guilt or projection. Just look into yourself and say to yourself, well, thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the growth. And now it's my time to manifest. Now it's my time to move forward. and create the life that I know I truly deserve without limitation and without lack. So that's a lovely message for you, pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2 now and see what we've got for you, pile 2. I will put the stamps, as I always do, the timestamps on these two guys. So let's see what we've got for pile 2. We'll get a wee bit more space on this. Okay, pile 2. What have we got for pile 2? My pile 2. That one, gaslighting wound. I'll read that out for you. Will show up as a persistent feeling of confusion, self-doubt, and a distorted sense of reality, often after being manipulated into questioning your perceptions and experiences. This wound manifests as insecurity, anxiety, and a lack of trust in your own judgment. All right, let's see which wound comes out with that. Go along with it. What have we got to go with that, please? My collective. That one fell on the floor. A fear of success. Well, that ties in with our webinar that I'm advertising there on the little ticker below. Let's just read that out for you as well. Okay. Will show up as self-sabotage, procrastination, or an unconscious resistance to stepping into your full power and potential. It may manifest as a fear of the responsibilities, expectations, or changes that success might bring, often stemming from beliefs that you are not worthy of success, or that achieving your goals will lead to unwanted attention, isolation, and pressure. Very interesting. So often when we have been gaslighted, we don't really realize that we're being gaslighted, because gaslighting is done in such a sneaky way. And what it does, it just sneaks away, and it's as if there's a little drain in our system, and it's draining away our confidence and our self-belief. And it's very debilitating. You actually question yourself, your own actions. Did I actually do that? Did I actually say that? Was that me? Was it the other person? It just causes you to feel as if you're losing your mind a lot of the time, a gaslighting wound. So why would you have fear of success coming out with that? Well, the fear of success usually comes from us wanting to protect ourselves, because if we don't feel safe, then we're not going to be able to really embrace success. So what we do is we create a fear that stops us from being successful. I hope that makes sense. I'll pull a few tarot on this one to help explain it to you a wee bit better. I think unless you have experienced gaslighting, it's difficult to understand it. It's a very deceptive thing, and it can go unnoticed, and you just are giving away your power without even realizing that you are. So give me cards, please, for my collective to help them understand. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, so that's about your happiness and your contentment. And the 7 of Cups is the choice. So we always have free will and a choice to be whatever we want to be. So why have you given me those cards, please, Spirit? So the 2 of Wands, so that's choosing to go in a different direction. Choosing to go in a different direction towards our happiness. We always have the choice. So give me a card for underneath each one in relation to why you're giving those to me, please. An explanation of the gaslighting wound and the fear of success wound. Okay, I can have the card now to go underneath the 10 of Cups. Thank you. The Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit in reverse is isolation. That's exactly what gaslighting does. It isolates you. You feel that you can't share anything with others because your confidence is just being chipped at all the time. And you just feel that you don't want to be seen. Fear of success is also a fear of being seen. Okay? So give me a card, please, for underneath. So you'll isolate yourself. The Hermit in reverse is completely out on his own. The Hermit is out on his own, but the Hermit in reverse is very, very, very isolated. 7 of Cups. A card for 7 of Cups, please. The 4 of Wands. So that's your happiness. So it's telling you about the choices that you have around your happiness. Okay, they may feel limited because of these 2 wounds. Okay, you may be living in the fear that you lose everything, that you lose your home and even your mind, because this is your overall happiness, the 4 of Wands. It could be a card of the marriage as well. So a lot of you may be in marriages where you feel, or partnerships where you feel that you are being gaslighted, or you mightn't even know, and maybe you're just discovering that you're being gaslighted. Gaslighting usually comes from the behavior of narcissists. The 2 of them go hand in hand. So for a lot of you, this may be a choice for you to look at your marriage and your home life. And the 2 of Wands, please. 5 of Swords. So that's being in with yourself, okay? So you're feeling very isolated. You're feeling like you're battling yourself all the time. You may be, the 5 of Swords in this case is your mental anguish. The gaslighting wound, that's what it does. It goes into your mind, goes into the deepest, darkest crevices of your mind, and it tries to tell you lies and make you believe all the untruths that are being filtered into you. So this is telling you that you have the choice to move into another direction, okay, and be happy. And perhaps it's time to take some time out and go into your mind and look at all the reasons why you're feeling that way, because you deserve happiness, you deserve stability, okay? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So that's not being truthful with yourself, and that's also not taking action on what it is that you really want. 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords reverse is, okay, the worst has happened, but it's still not over because you're still stuck in it and you're still believing that it's your fault that you're there because you're not really seeing a way out. Okay. The 10 of Swords in the upright is, okay, it's over, the worst has happened. But when it's in reverse, it's like, okay, it's happened. This is terrible and I'm still stuck. All right, so pile 2, this is for you. If you need any help with any of these blockages, reach out to me and I can do a pre-recorded video personal to you and move through and remove the blockages with some theta healing downloads. Let me see, pile 3. What have we got for pile 3? Pile 3. What have we got for pile 3, please, Spirit? What is their energetic block? First one, please, for my pile 3. Devaluation wound. Let me put this light on a wee bit more. Let me read it a bit better. This wound manifests as a feeling of being less than others, stemming from being idealized, and then I can't really read it. Suddenly devalued. It often leads to self-criticism, fear of rejection, and difficulty accepting love and praise. There's a tendency to feel that one's worth is conditional or based on meeting others' expectations. This wound may lead to people pleasing, self-sabotage, or a constant need for reassurance. The writing is so small, I had to take my time reading that there, guys, but it's a lot to take in, isn't it? That devaluation wound. Very debilitating. Let's see what comes out with it. What have we got to come out with the devaluation wound, please? For my pile 3. Narcissistic abuse will show up as cycles of manipulation, control, and devaluation. Same card, as I say, they always relate to each other, leading to self-doubt, confusion, and diminished self-worth. It often stems from the abuser's deep insecurity and need for power, creating a dynamic that blocks genuine love, trust, and mutual respect. So this is quite similar to pile 2. Narcissistic abuse, very devaluating, and lack of self-worth, and feeling like you're not being seen for the truth of who you are. Let's pull some tarot and see what we've got to come out with this 3. So this is lack of love. Well, this is an inability to move forward. Chariot doesn't know which way to go. It's moving, it's already doing it, but it's heading towards a place of a lack of love. It's like feeling like you want to run away. But the Knight of Wands, he's a very in and out energy, and he doesn't really know where he's going. All he knows is that he wants to run. So let's see if we can get 3 cards to go underneath each one. Tell me about the Chariot, please. The Magician. Okay. So this is not actually shedding light on the direction that you want to go. The Magician can be very deceptive. So this is coming from the abuser. So the abuser is making you feel that you want to run away, okay? But he's also at the same time making you feel like you have no power. The Magician in reverse is very deceptive, very twisted. It's very dark energy, okay? And a narcissist does carry that, unfortunately, and it's because they want power, and the only way they feel they can be powerful is to boss others around and abuse others, and then that makes them feel powerful. So the Lovers in reverse. So the Lovers in reverse, well, it's an unsuccessful relationship. So many of you may be in a relationship where, it's time to get out of it, and you're just feeling like there's nothing there. But the Lovers in reverse also means you need to choose. Lovers in reverse isn't choosing. Lovers in reverse is in and out. He's putting up with what he's got, and you can see there the Ace of Cups in reverse is a complete lack of love. So why would you stay somewhere where you know that there is a complete lack of love? There once was love because the Ace of Cups is there, or what your definition of love was at the time. But now these cards are showing up as a lack of love. Okay, so let's get a card for the Ace of Cups in reverse, please. The Nine of Cups in reverse. So that's, again, not getting what you want. The Nine of Cups in the upright is wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups in reverse, it's all about the heart. It's just feeling, again, it's cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups. You're just feeling defeated. It's a very defeated energy, and a lot of you may be at your wit's end, which is what I'm feeling with these cards. So let's get you some advice with the healing angels and see what message they've got for you for the devaluation wound and the narcissistic abuse. If you keep on staying in these energies, sometimes it can lead to breakdown, and we don't really want that to happen. You want to take action. So it's good to be aware if you recognize these signs so you can plan to take action. Let's see what they've got for you. Friendship. So a lot of you may need to talk to a friend and offload, because people who are in narcissistic relationship, 90% of the time, they don't tell anyone. They feel ashamed that they're in this relationship. They feel ashamed that they're putting up with it, and they don't tell anybody. So this card tells me it wants you to reach out to others and tell someone who you can be vulnerable with, or perhaps even talk to a counselor or a healer and start to begin to make plans to work your way out from the inside out. Let's pull an Ascended Master card for you too. That was funny the way they fell on the floor, but this is the one I feel I need to take. So this is Ocean, drink more water. So you can see the waterfall behind her there. So this is all about emotions. So when this card comes out, it's telling me that you are heavily in need of transmutation. When this card comes out, it highlights the need to become more in touch with your emotions, to flush out all that negative energy that you are holding on to from the abuser, because that's what happens when you've been in a narcissistic relationship and you've been devalued all that time. Your energy gets clogged up with their energy and you hold on to it, and there has to be some way of you flushing that out. And a very good way of doing that is either swimming in the sea or going to the pool or drinking lots of water. Water is a cleanser, and you can even energetically imagine you're standing under a waterfall and releasing and transmuting the toxic energy. Let's see what the Archangels of Atlantis have for you. Pile 3. What have you got from my pile 3 to help them with this wound? Courage. Again, it's the red, which is the root chakra. So they're telling you to be courageous and look at your stability. Look at where you're not feeling stable. Look at where you're giving your power away. And look at ways that you can change. And again, the bottom of the deck is compassion. Do it in a way that you're compassionate with yourself. And again, it's the red, it's the root chakra you need to work on. So I feel I need to give you another one, pile 3, because that was a lot, very heavy energy. So let's ask the universe for a card for you. Again, if you'd like to work with me, I can go in, connect with your energy, and do a pre-recorded video that you can listen to and clear out what's ready to go. And you can come on my webinar, and this is all tied in with success. Everything's connected, guys. If you're being abused, if you're being devalued, you're not receiving, and you're not in alignment with success. So, as I say, everything is connected, and it's not always what you think you need that you actually do need. Let's see what we've got. Comparing. So a lot of you may compare yourselves to other people's lives. Comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come. So this is a card about divine timing. And it's also, as I said before, you feel guilty and ashamed, a lot of you, when you're in these relationships. But know that you will come out even stronger. And the angels are telling you to be courageous and take the first steps to help yourself to do that. So, guys, that's where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in working with me, check out my website, silvervalaflame.com, or you can email me, Deborah@silvervalaflame.com, if you have any questions about anything at all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.